Character AI, a huge platform that has grown since September of 2022. As the population of users grew, so did the questions of their constant outages and censoring. At the time of scripting and editing this, the community of Character AI has been frustrated and rioting constantly inside of the Discord server, the Reddit, and hashtag boycott Character AI on Twitter, leading to its downfall and absolute hatred of the platform by many. Character AI is a chatbot website with many characters to choose from. On the front page, we see characters from the Sonic franchise, Mario, anime character, but also other characters such as English teachers, Bella Porch, other random celebrities, and a cat from New York. Character AI's beta model was created by Noam Shazir and Daniel DeFreitas, which I probably pronounced wrong, who had previously worked on Google's LAMDA. It's similar to how the Google Assistant Android users have on their phone. Character AI was released to all people in September of 2022. Recently, Character AI has been extremely growing in its fan base as well as a ton of questions. If you were to join the Discord server that they have now, you wouldn't be able to chat. You would only be able to read the certain channels that they have available, and none of the channels that you can access are able to be typed in. This has happened because, presumably, the riots and the raiding got so bad within the Character AI server that they had to shut down the channels, which is very unfortunate. But at the time that I'm looking, the Reddit is still open for posting, and the Twitter still has hashtag boycott Character AI. Many of these concerns and angry people just want questions answered from their filter. This filter was implemented around 2 to 3 months ago, presumably, with increasingly backfiring features. People talking to characters would originally have their messages straight up deleted, not sure as what they said to have their message deleted. Many people complained about things such as hand-holding, kissing, hugging, or romantic advances being wiped clean from the response, or the character acting dumb and unaware of it compared to before. Also, the AI has shown an increasingly amount of just horrible memory. Like, let's say that you would mention a sword in the corner, that sword wouldn't be mentioned even though it has a great tie to the character. It's like if you talk to Ash, the trainer, and mention Pikachu, he wouldn't bring it up at all. Which, before the updates and before the censored filter, they would be able to recognize Pikachu as their companion and furthering doing whatever. Another thing was cuss words. Cuss words weren't really censored, but after the supposed filter was added, cussing was just, censored or just straight up deleted from your response, which isn't exactly as bad, but if you consider the things that are allowed that you can say, considering that you can still do unconsensual acts, such as if you really wanted to go into detail about ripping them limb from limb, or racism, or just extremities of that, yeah, that's completely allowed, but having some sort of consensual The Discord at the moment is an absolute mess, so is the Reddit page and the trending Twitter tag. People are mad because of a few reasons. 1, they shut down the server. 2, there is allegations of a underage mod on the team being sexually groomed by supposedly one of the devs. 3, the depleting performance of the bots that they have on their platform. Around December 23rd of 2022, the server had an AMA event, but unfortunately, due to the absolute volume and amount of questions there were, I'm not able to read every question and answer that follows. A lot of the questions involve the filter or what's going to proceed with the platform continuing from now. One of the only questions that lasted about the filter was, why is the filter? Why are you ignoring us? What do you plan to do about the so-called updates? Which a presumed Character AI dev answered with, as mentioned several times in the AMA, we are considering making more clear communications about our safety checks so that everyone is on the same page. I am not ready to discuss at the moment, so please just hold these questions until January/February. Which didn't really answer anything, just basically said, I don't have a response for you yet, so you just have to wait. And it is, the end of February, and we still haven't gotten anything. The fall of Character AI has arisen a program called Figma Line AI, made by, quote, autistic blank, deprived of freedom by other chatbot services and wanting to make their own. Around 5:30 p.m. on the 19th, PTD, the chat blew up, telling everybody to download the chats that you had with any AI bots and consider changing that platform. I won't be going in depth about the grooming allegations because I feel that it's too much of a touchy subject for me to talk about, but somebody below in the description that I'll list has talked about this more in depth about the proof that there is available for anybody to see if you know where to look. The real problem that I have is that the company or the devs haven't really said anything, and they kind of just push and push and push their other devs, or at least their admins that know nothing about the programming and what's going into the work, to answer for us instead, which doesn't make any sense because their only questions involve the filter. And, if you go too far with asking certain things, then you get banned or you get muted or something of the sort, which is absolutely wonderful. But compared to the filter, the alleged grooming allegations, and a bunch of other things that people have a lot of complaints about, the devs have chosen not to answer anything and to just completely lock their servers, which is very unfortunate, but I guess I can understand with a lot of the pressure. But this question of the filter, they've had time to explain. They've had 3 months to explain what's going on, and they've had time to explain a lot of things that they just have chosen not to, which really shows where their attention is, and I really doubt it's on the community. I'll leave a bunch of resources in the comments on the Reddit and just a few examples of Twitter tweets on screen. And this could be the fall of character.ai. It's just a very confusing situation. It seems like a repeat of what happened at AI Dungeon, which basically they followed the investors, and it didn't end up so good because most of the community left for an alternative route. Because, nobody was listening to the community. They were only listening to their investors. But the questions on screen still remain heavily unanswered, as the devs haven't come up to us with any real explanation. Some people believe that the community, or at least the team of character.ai, isn't very friendly towards LGBTQ people or trans people or something like that, so that they're censoring certain topics because, I don't know, they want to. And another theory that was very popular for some reason was that they were Catholic and the filter was there to stop certain things, but it just makes you question why they didn't censor things like racism or like brutally beating up the AI. It doesn't really make any sense why to, exclusively, and considering that recently on the Reddit has been revealed that they've been advertising character AI as a sexting AI, which completely blows out of the water that they want the filter there for sexual purposes to be thrown out. If they really wanted the sexual part of this AI to be gone, why would they advertise it as a sexting AI? It just does not make sense. If there's an announcement in the server, if there's maybe an announcement on Twitter or on their Reddit, and I'll be sure to show that if they have any, if they have anything to say, which I really doubt they do, or if they open up the general chat again. But down below I'll be linking 2 servers. It is an alternative character AI server. It's unofficial, but since, the other server is completely muted, it just really sucks right now.